must be applied to that particular text. So these must be applied to the text. So generally, those effects must be applied to it. Effects must be applied to it. Then what we can do is here simply when we are configuring them, how to collect the values from the drop down. So to collect the value from the drop downs, so from drop downs and radius, we need three properties. One is BG color. Okay. So another one is text color or TXT color. Okay. Another one is align. These are the three properties. And we need to bind these properties. We need to bind these properties with these controls. That means BG color, background color. So we are using NG model and BG color is binded here. Foreground color. So here we are using NG model. So NG model and we are applying text color, TXT color. And for radius, so we are defining NG model and this is align. And all radius will use the same. All radius will use the same. All radius are using the same. Here we are configuring all the radius with same. Because all are having the same name, right? Now when we are choosing this, when we are choosing those options here, we want to apply them. We want to apply them to this particular heading. Now this heading is using NG style. And style is expecting a style object. Here I am defining an object. In the style object, we are defining some effects. Style object, we are defining some effects. So what are the effects? So background hyphen color, that is background color. And the background color I am configuring here. The color actually comes from BG color. It is coming from BG color. BG color is the drop down. We are configuring there. And similarly, so here we are adding another property. So the property is color. So color is another property. And it is coming from TXT color. We are applying another property. So another property text align. Text align is coming from align. That means we are directly configuring an object here. And its values are coming dynamically from that particular controls. In earlier example, we created a style object and we are defining it. Now here we are directly defining the properties and values. But they have dynamic value coming in. Properties are standard. The values are dynamically coming in. That means here I click and select background, it will apply that background. And foreground, it will apply that foreground. And alignment, it will get that alignment. So left, right, center alignment, we are configuring it here. And I'm choosing this. So the colors will be defined there. The background colors I'm choosing here, the background colors, different background colors are applied here. So that means dynamically we are accessing the values and we are applying them. We are configuring them. So the intention of style binding is to apply the styles inline, because inline styles are more faster, and if reusable concerns are not there, it is better. Classes are used when we have reusable concepts. That means reusability. That means we need to use across several states. But this is only for this particular element, individually binded to that particular element. It will work only for this particular element. So you can configure the style objects in this way. Configure the style objects in this way. So there are several techniques of using them depending on the situation. That is the reason I have to show you various methods. In the previous method, we created one object and updated that object according to an event. And we are using that object to any element. Now in this example, some changes. Directly we are collecting the values and dynamically we are applying them. So style can be defined with an object directly. It can get an object and use that object. That's what actually style. So another technique is there. For example, I will tell you. This is another example. Same style demo dot component dot ts. In this, some changes we have done. Only the class I will give. So we added simply these three properties. Then style demo dot component dot html. In HTML, we are designing all the elements, configuring all the elements and defining. The styles are applied in this way. Here our main intention is the effects need to be applied to that particular element dynamically through an object. So we can configure an object, get the styles from the object and apply. Or we can directly apply. So we have to create an object reference, and CS style class object reference is different. Class object reference uses true or false, but style object reference will use directly value. Class name means here, there it uses the class name and boolean. Here it uses the property name and its value. Directly we can configure. Style has another technique. You can use the return value of a function also. Style can get a return value of a function. For example, I kept here. So all these are fine. All these are fine. Now what we are doing is I'm adding a button here. I'm adding a button. And class is btn and btn some success. And apply effects. So that is the button we are having. We have apply effects. Now our intention is nothing but after selecting, while selecting it should not apply. After selecting, user will click apply, then it should affect. That's the point here we need to give. So here the button I'm using and btn block. Okay. So it will be a block like this. Okay. Now important is the values should not be applied directly here. Values are not to be applied directly here. Then what we can do is here we are removing it. Style, we are removing it. And here we are writing a simple function. First we are creating a method, public. And this method is having the values. Values, I'm creating a method method is